What's
was in the
the what's the pull of Colorado? I feel like every time I listen to a podcast that's in Colorado, one of the guys is from New Jersey. Is it just as soon as you're of age, you beat feet out of New Jersey, or what? What's going on?
No, I mean, I don't know about that. I think it's well, a lot of people go there for. I mean, let's face it, it's beautiful over there.
It is.
It's
really nice.
It's spectacular. It's awesome. But like, I think you'd kind of just wind up there. I just wound up there. Like, I didn't go to Colorado specifically. I just went there because I had a job opportunity when I got out of the Army.
Oh.
I got out. I got out of the Army in '98. I was in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I've always been into fitness and bodybuilding and things like that. And I always wanted to have my own gym, like a Gold's Gym, like a Muscle Beach kind of thing. That's the kind of gym I always wanted to have. After the 90s, that kind of went down the drain. The fitness industry changed. Bodybuilding wasn't a thing anymore. But I was one of the first jobs I got when I got out of the Army. I started being a manager in the Gold's Gym in Fayetteville, right outside Fort Bragg. That was the first job I took outside. Well, I mean, when I got out, I did some private security contractor stuff and things like that. All the stuff that the Bragg people do when they get out. But I was really into fitness, and I was really into bodybuilding in the 80s and 90s. So I was wanted to do that. And I always wanted to have a gym. So I started managing a Gold's Gym in Fayetteville. And after not too long, an opportunity came up. They needed actually, I didn't work for the gym. I worked for a fitness management company called ACS, American Club System. And they ran those kind of corporate gyms. So usually like some celebrity sports star owned them or something like that. And then you just paid somebody to run it. So that company had an opportunity, had a gym in Boulder, Colorado, a world gym actually, that was owned by some NBA guy. I don't even know who it is. He had a world gym in Boulder, Colorado that was just doing terribly. Like it was just losing money hand over fist. And he wanted to sell it, and he wanted to hire the company to send some guys over there, turn it around so they could sell it. And nobody wanted the job. It was terrible, right? So, and I was very low level in the company at the time. I was just like a sales manager guy. So me and two other guys volunteered to do it for the promise of, if we pulled this off, they would give us our own gym. We'd be GMs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's, somewhere in the country. So I never intended to stay there. It was like, I just went there to get this opportunity, and I showed up. I met these two other guys that were coming from other gyms in the States somewhere. Excuse me. And we met that day at the airport, went in. I think it was like a year only. We turned the gym around and they sold it. And they sold it to some local guys who turned it into a local gym that was called Mountain's Edge Fitness or something like that. And I wound up hanging out there for a while. But what made me actually be stranded in Boulder, because that's basically what happened. I got stranded there. It's a good place.
It's not a bad place to get stranded, all things considered.
Yeah, it was. When after the deal was done, the new people came in and bought the place, and a new gym took over, and they brought in their own staff. So like there was no place for me, and the company that made us the deal, they reneged on it. Like, so they were like, we're not going to give you a gym. So they're like, you can go work as a manager in another gym somewhere. And the other two guys took it. Well, one guy, he did get a GM because he was basically the GM of this place, and me and the other dude were assistant GMs. And the guy that GM'd this whole operation, he got a gym. And then me and the other guy that were assistants, they just shafted us. The other guy wound up taking their deal and going to another place. And I told him to friggin' fuck off, man. I'm out of here. So, and then to nothing, but I didn't have any job or anything like that. But by then I was already training jiu-jitsu. I'd already met them all by that point, which is another reason why I didn't leave.